Hey everyone, happy Friday. I hope you are doing well. I just wanted to hop on and do some readings because I just feel that calling to go live. And I'm going to try and get through all of the signs today um, and kind of take it from there. One of the things that I want to tap in is. To the energy of what's going on. So we are currently in Aquarius season. So I'm going to kind of start there and go backwards. So let me pull up my thing here. And I hope everyone's doing well. I think a question for all of you, like, what are you looking forward to in spring? Um, and maybe some things that you want to bring forward. Um, for those of you who we're heading into spring, and if there's things that you haven't put energy into or you want to usher in some new things, we still have time, the end of February, until we get into the new year. Um, so just want to emphasize like this is a really great time. If you haven't done so already, to do a reading, if you want to just be like, what are some of the things that I should be doing coming in this year, getting that in alignment and so that you're prepared for the energy for fire horse. So I think this energy this next year is going to be very kind of fast moving energy. Still have a lot of like transitions of things going on right now, but it's always good to plant your seeds, especially in this time, this energy right now. So I'm going to I'm a energy healer as well, in addition to doing tarot. So I also do Reiki. So I always like to start with the energy of where we're at currently and kind of moving there. So I'm going to pull a card per each sign. Just an oracle, like where energetically where you're at. And then I'm going to then pull some tarot from the deck as well. So we're gonna get started with Aquarius. Any Aquariuses out there? I'm an air sign as well. So we're gonna find out for the month of February, what do Aquariuses need to tap into in terms of their energy? So Aquarius, you have red jasper. When I think of red jasper, I think of root chakra. So you're being called to take action. So for those of you who if you haven't put plans into place or starting to think of ideas, this is a really good time to start doing it, like I mentioned, Aquarius. But also, you may need to work more with your root chakra for the month of February. So that may mean like doing grounding work or, just being really like mindful of the energy that you are holding, and also like maybe also like what's keeping you blocked, because when I think of root chakra, it's like sometimes people are blocked, your creativity is blocked. I see the 10 of, I was just cutting the deck, see 10 of wands. So I feel like with Aquarius, like you guys are overworking too hard. You're not allowing the energy to come to you in a way that is needed in order to get some of the things that you want to happen. So let's pull from the tarot ancestor spirit guides. What do you want Aquarius to know about this taking action? What do they need to do? What is it that they're not doing? What is it that they're not doing? So we have the Six of Cups. So I kind of feel like for some of you guys, like you may need to gonna get tapped into more of the what I want to say, um more of the like self, like looking your imaginative self. Like I always think of this card, like it's kind of reminiscing. And so sometimes, and I also see like it looks like a younger person. um I always think of you may need to kind of be more in that imaginative type of energy, especially with the cups here. You have six of them, so you might be needing to get more like creative, maybe like doing more like I always say like with young children, like imaginative type of work, right? So maybe dreaming, like putting some thoughts around like what do you want this month to mean, but also like the year ahead. So like taking more time to be considerate of like the things of your younger self, or maybe your inner child self would want to have as well. So Aquarius, that would be a really good exercise. And I think because you're not doing this, when I saw the 10 of Wands, like things may be feeling like it's a lot harder to get done because you're not allowing for this type of space to come in. So um, so yeah, Aquarius, I'm gonna write this down timing wise. So and do timestamps on this video just to make sure. And I'm gonna do this here. Do aquas. 6:24. Okay. So we're gonna move to next sign. It's gonna be Pisces. Put this back in the deck here. So we know 7017. Okay, so Pisces, I'm going to get back here in the deck. We're going to shuffle here and find out what energy you need to tap into for the month of February. Maybe in the comments, like what are some of the things down below? If you're not watching this now, put in what resonates with you. What do Pisces need to do for this month ahead? Ancestor spirit guides. Yeah, too many. I'm gonna do this top one here. Kind of feel called to it. For Pisces, like you need to clear the clutter. And I kind of feel like y'all may be up in your crown chakra. Like you have too much going on and no other outputs to allow that stuff to process out. So Pisces, like you need to figure out a way to clear the crown chakra, and maybe get some of the things that are on your mind on paper, to kind of help you, um, and help you kind of like work that energy. See, and do some clarifying. And I just broke the deck. So you guys have four pentacles. So like it's like you guys are holding on to something, and it may feel like money is tight. You may be hoarding or holding on to stuff because you feel like you can't really like think through, or you're just not having clarity. Hi everyone that came on. If you come in, hit like. I'd love it. So what else can you clarify the selenite ancestor spirit guides? What do Pisces need to tap into? Ancestor spirit guides, can you clarify the selenite? What is it that they need to tap into for Pisces ancestor spirit guides? Yeah, like if you are able to work with this energy, Pisces, then you have the 10 of Cups. So there is some like stabilization, some joy, some abundance coming into, but you also need to work your cups as well. So you need to really think about like what are the things that you're really good at? What are the things that allow you to get into the creativity. You also need to celebrate some of the wins, some of the things that you are doing really well, Pisces, um, and allow for that to come through. Also, you may need to really delve into some of your creative energy. So, still seeing thematic of family, you may need to have more family time or balancing that. But I also see like family, but also here, like you see kids. So, like the other sign before Aquarius, like you need to be in that joyful energy to allow some of the things that you're wanting to come through. And also with the cups, like you may have some other money come in because of it. But that's one of the things that you need to work with within your energy to allow it to come forth. So that is Pisces. I'm going to go back to the deck. I'm going to take note. So we're at 10. So we're going to move on to Pisces. We got Aries. So we got fire sign here. So we're going to see what Aries needs to bring in here. And we have a retrograde, I think, coming up soon. So for a lot of you all, like, don't be dismayed if things slow down, especially if you're working on things. So I'm gonna do this 11:35. So we're gonna do Aries, the ancestor spirit guides. What do Aries need to tap into for this month? Ancestor spirit guides. What do they need to tap into for this month? They need to work on ancestor spirit guides. You need to work on allowing yourself to receive. So, can be heart chakra, but also like sometimes your ability to not allow yourself to receive areas can also be tied to some of the sacral as well, especially if you've had trauma or around things. But you Aries, like if people are offering to do things for you or to help you or you know, asking for money or needing people to help you, if you're moving, all those things, you need to allow folks to help you and be okay with that. Um, yeah, for some of you guys, like I see the 10 of wands, like you guys are clinging to things. Could be like a job or it could be a relationship. Like you guys are clinging to something, but you have a bunch of other wands around you that are possibly available that you may want to explore. I'm going to shuffle the deck, and you have some ideas that are fruiting, but you haven't really tended to some of those ideas in itself. And by you not allowing yourself to receive or to ask or to tend to some of those other ones, that can also be messing with your flow of money. And it's right on time, especially with wands, because fire energy. Okay, so what else can you clarify the chrysoprase? Can you clarify what else Aries needs to add in here? Ancestor spirit guides, else do they need to have in here that allows them to receive? What do they need to do to allow themselves to receive? Yeah, y'all are tired. Like you're overthinking, and it could also be like because you're overthinking, like you're tired um and overdoing it. Some of you maybe exhausting ideas, like going around in your head around like a particular thing, or you're just exhausting yourself because you're not allowing this energy to come in. Also, some of you may be feeling like people may not have your back, or in the past, like you felt that folks really haven't had your back. And so it's kind of hard for you to receive from people. So you need to think a little less about the past and where that stems from and work through that energy so that you can allow some of the energy to come in. If you do that, then you won't be clinging to all those wands that you have. And you also need to work on your, I wasn't going to go for this, but you really need to work on your moon card here. You need to do some shadow work around this receiving. Where does this root come from that you're not allowing yourself to receive? There's some opportunities that, could be happening or some things that may come to light. But if you're not allowing this to come in, you're going to have some things that are going to be blocking it. So Aries, you need to do some shadow work this month and maybe really sit in some of the things that you're not allowing others to help you so that things can come into fruition. Those wands be sitting there and you're clinging to this old one, hoping that it's gonna like fruit and create an opportunity. And it's like, nope, y'all need to like allow some space in so people can help you. So we're gonna do Taurus next. I'm gonna put the Taurus. Next, 19. Okay, so Taurus, Ancestor Spirit Guide. What do Taurus need to sit in for a month of February? Ancestor Spirit Guides. What do Tauruses need to sit in for the month of February? Clear, accurate messages. What do Taurus need to allow for this month? So Taurus, y'all like to neglect yourself. Um, some of y'all need to learn how to prioritize yourself. Um, it's saying like you need to schedule yourself in. And I know other Tauruses as well. Like y'all tend to be very like slow and steady, like you got that earth energy, like you continue to build and you keep at it consistently. But part of the thing is when you do that, you also lose sight of self sometimes and you don't prioritize yourself. You're not checking in on what your body's telling you, checking in on the things that you need to do to create that nourishment for yourself. And so you need to schedule in and let's find out what they want you to schedule in about. I kind of feel like it's for some of you, it's your own health, um, taking care of yourself. One of the things that our society, especially here in the US, it teaches you to neglect your needs and neglect self. Yeah. I see the Ace of Cups down here. I was just flipping through. Some of you, if you schedule yourself in, your cup will run over. So that means like abundance will come in. You also acknowledging yourself and scheduling yourself in, like you'll also be able to allow yourself to be supported and that kind of stuff. See, okay, so what does Taurus have to do? What do you want them to do around scheduling themselves in? What are they needing to do? Ancestor spirit guides. Yeah, like you guys have been putting in these like pinnacles and like y'all been going at it and you're just sitting there watching. Sitting there watching to see if these pinnacles are going to come into fruition. Are these seeds that you've planted to come into fruition? Is this money going to come through? Some of you all need to take a break and just rest, allow the things to flow. The thing that I often tell folks is like, you'll put offers and things out, and then you continue to like keep putting more seeds out, but the problem is that like a lot of y'all won't put the energy, the manifestation, the work into imagining those seeds coming into germination. And so sometimes when we don't care for ourselves and allow our energy to not be so depleted, it's like, why isn't this moving? So some of you all need to put in more time to kind of allow yourself to replenish that energy. Yeah, and I also see the Queen of Wands. Like you guys, like you have that entrepreneur, you have that creative spirit in you, but you need to allow this your cup to be filled so that will come into fruition. So Taurus, yes, slow and steady, but add in the rest. You need some rest in. So we're gonna do Gemini next. So do 2016. I want to make sure I get the timestamps in so you guys can have this. Okay. So what did Gemini need to have for the month of February? Ancestor spirit guides. What did Geminis need to have? Ancestor spirit guides. What do Geminis need to have? Y'all need to it's like you guys are missing fire. Like some of you guys maybe in a job or like maybe had a partnership or just haven't been dating and there's just like no passion. Like as one of my mentors says, like some of y'all may need to go and like get your back blown out. Like some of y'all need to get that fire in you. Like there's not any fire there. It's just like you're just cruising along like this. So some of you need to like tune into self and figure out like what is it that gives me passion, what is it that lights my fire in terms of if it could be partnership, like what are the things that I find attractive in a partner, or if you are in a partnership and like things feel mundane, like what's missing, from your relationship, that the passion's not there. Same thing in a career, like you just may be like not really enjoying what you're doing or just feel like things are kind of blah. So what is it, ancestor spirit guides, that they need to ignite their passion? Some of y'all need to move forward. Like some of you guys be in this like energy of thinking about uh things, could be things from the past, current energy could be a relationship, like y'all just be staying in the same shit and you need to move forward. Like you need to move forward to something better aligned. um because whatever that you're in, if it's job, work, romance, it's not working for you, and that's why like you feel like there's not passion there. You've kind of lost that energy. I'm just curious, what do they need to do? Some of you might be dealing with someone who either was deceptive, not really transparent with you about their feelings, or just feel like they're sneaking around. So, or also like you just feel like maybe the work environment that you're in, that you just feel like it's not honest, or not really feeling like the connection, or you feel like I need to be secretive and get out of this situation because it's just not suiting me anymore. So, yeah, Geminis, I know sometimes Geminis tend to stay in the same place for a long time. And some of you all need to move forward and be okay with moving forward. Yeah, I cut the deck death. So some of you need to accept that you need to have a transformation. Doing the things that you've been doing in the past isn't working for you. So, alrighty. So I'm going to go into Cancer next. We're halfway through. Okay, so I'm going to do Cancer. All right. So, what do Cancers need to have for the month of February ancestor spirit guides. What do the cancers need to have for the month of February? Ancestor spirit guides. What do cancers need to, what are cancers energy supposed to be for this month ahead? Okay, so you got lapis. Cancer, you all need to make a decision. And you have some opportunities coming in. Can also be around relationship. So lapis, I mean, it could be around your, when I also think of lapis, I think of like also heart. So blue could be around a love situation or maybe dealing with your own healing. Yeah, you got two of swords, like you're unwilling to make a decision. You gotta like just blindfoldly choose what you're gonna do. It's like you're overthinking the situation. Let's see. Ancestor spirit guys. What do Cancer seem to make a decision about? What do they need to make a decision about? Yeah, you need to walk away from could be a job or work. Like you need to walk away from something that you thought was going to be could be love or relationship wise, like you're leaving some of these cups behind, something that doesn't necessarily align to where you are. And I also like this card because when you see this person walking away, they're also going into like the mountains. I also see the elements. Some of you may need to go out in nature and be with nature to make some decisions about your work or relationship. I kind of feel it might be relationship because I see the lapis here with heart. I'm just curious, what do they need to make a decision about, ancestor spirit guides? Yeah, you have judgment. So you definitely need to make some decision. I kind of feel like it's around partnership, something not aligning. But if it's job wise, it needs to be something around like you need to be working in something that allows creativity. Like you're not working in those abilities. Um, yeah, like you're just not allowing yourself. I also see the hangman over here. Let's see, I thought I saw the hangman. No. Yeah, but you do have the two of swords. So yeah, I saw the hangman. Yeah, you have some, you've been maybe in indecision about this. But now they're really calling you to make a decision. And actually, you may have no choice. This might be part of your path to make that decision to move forward. Um, but yeah, you need to. And I also see the five of wands. So some of y'all may be fighting or have been fighting with a partner. So if they're not bringing you peace, this is the time to move forward, Cancer. I know some of the folks who have Cancer energy, like, you know, you want to sit in your feelings, but they calling it time for you to stop holding on to shit. Stop holding on to things that aren't working anymore. So I need to go get this card real quick. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pause this second or see if I can reach down to. Hi, Sakia. I don't know if you're still on here. I missed your message. I'm actually going from Aquarius current energy to present. So we are on. We just finished Cancer. Now we're moving on to Leo. So the way that I read tarot, um, I would say because I do energy work and that kind of stuff, I also read kind of more from a healer's perspective. So if you want abundance, you want things to move through, you also need to address sometimes what are your blockages, things that are preventing stuff from not moving forward and happening. So we're on to Leos. Any Leos on here? 29, 59. So we're going to do Leos. Let's find out from the ancestor spirit guides, what do Leos need to pull in terms of energy? What do you all need to pull on into energy here, ancestor spirit guides? What do Leos need to know or do or engage with? You know, maybe holding on to stuff. So I don't know with Leo. Um, you guys are being called. You need to be getting better rest. I don't know what your quality of sleep is like. Some of you need to invite this energy in. So it's asking you to get in touch with your dreams. And partly in order to show up with your dreams is to have better rest. Or creating that space to invite that energy in. So for some of you, you may need to create a space around allowing that dream work to come in, so that your ancestors can communicate with you, but also so that they can give you messages about what you need to be doing, but also you need to be dreaming about what do you want this next year or this month to look like. Okay, ancestor spirit guys, what do you want Leos to dream about? What is it that they need to be dreaming about? Some of y'all are stuck, like you feel like some of the cups, you have 5 of cups here, like some of you have been like still thinking about things or opportunities that didn't go your way, but you still have some opportunities in front of you that you're not allowing to come forward. And these opportunities also, like maybe something that you've had on the mantle or the altar, or there could be dreams of the past that you've had that you've forgotten about. And you've been primarily putting your energy to these other ones. They're calling you to recall these other cups that you've put to the side. Could be around creativity, that you haven't been paying attention to. You also have the King of Swords. So, like, yeah, there's some things probably from the past in terms of like a cycle of where you've been. They want you to kind of move forward and elevate. They also want you to, like, it's like you need to think more about what put some energy in thinking about and conceptualizing what these cups are, or the plans with those cups that you've forgotten about. You need to like develop a plan around those cups, um and like maybe sketch or map it out. And that's where you can put your dream work in, or get the messages or invite those messages from your ancestors to communicate with you. But yeah, and actually, I see the high priestess. Leos, you know what those dreams are. You know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're too caught up in this. So some of y'all are being called to go back to your intuition of what you're missing. Some of you, it's because you have intuitive gifts or creative gifts that you've left to the side, and you're not really working those. And they want you to start working back with those things. You've kind of lost track of it. So talk to your ancestors, ask them, like, can they show you within your dreams, or allow yourself to be open to telling them that you want to receive messages in your sleep. Um, let's see. I'm gonna go get some water. Hold on one second, because I am thirsty. Let's see if I can unplug this. Grab water real quick, so my throat. I was also gonna say, we were on Leo's, like, with those cups. Some of you, if you're not, if you're a healer, some of you with the high priestess, you're a healer or an intuitive. And if you're not working in a job like that, you need to uh, have a job or start doing that as your side business. Because that's something why, like, things may be blocked. Your energy not be moving forward for that reason. Um, so let's get into Virgo. 3630. All right. So Virgos. And if any of you guys have questions about dream work or how to initiate that in your space, my ancestors will send me stuff in my dreams. Sometimes it's for you, but sometimes it can be about like a job or particular thing like they want you to see. Okay, so for Virgos, ancestor spirit guides, what do you want Virgos to pay attention to in relation to their energy for the month of February? What do you want them to pay attention to? Okay, so Virgos, you need to overcome your fear. Um, Also, again, could be root chakra or sacral. Some of you all just like are in paralysis when I think of this. Like, I think of hangman energy, like stuck, feeling like if I make this move, that decision, like it's gonna impact me in this way. Sometimes, like, some of us, including myself, I'll talk about myself, um, making those decisions to take that leap, especially in your purpose, like it can feel overwhelming because you're just like, what's gonna happen? And I just cut the deck. Like, you got King of Pentacles, so like Virgo, and that's earth energy, so confirmation. Some of y'all, like, if you do take that step, like, you're gonna have consistency within your money. Um, some of you, it could be something like dealing with like herbs, plants, because when I think of earth energy, like, you need to allow that. Yeah, you need to take strength, courage. You need to have that fire energy. Like, you need to have that courage to step forward in your work, and what you need to be doing. Ancestor spirit guys, what do Virgos need to be doing? What is it that they need to be doing? Ancestor spirit guides. What is it that Virgos need to be doing? I don't know if I like that one. Yeah, I kind of feel like it could be herbalism, farming. Um, tending to seed. What is it that Virgos need to be doing? Yeah, you got the King of Cups. Some of you, it's like you need to work your intuition, like your intuitive gifts, but it could be intuitive gifts around like earthly things, farming, herbalism. Could be that like some of you all need to be like if you're not doing like spiritual work. So I also think of like plants and dealing with like seed like stuff, like that's also intuitive. It's also spiritual in nature too, because plants are also part of us, like our system. Yeah, so Virgos, like you need to get in your bag, quit like stalling. Like I also see at the top of the strength card, like it kind of has an infinity symbol. So like what you give in, you also get out. So you put in the courage, you're going to get the return on the investment. But also, like, there's that relationship of like earthly things and taming, kind of like that inner lion in yourself, maybe like feeling like I don't have the abilities, or it feels like things, I don't know if I can manage the lion, manage this, if it's entrepreneurship or a job, um, or even your own fears, like learning how to build the strength around that lion, that fire energy. So some of you also with the King of Pentacles, as I saw below, like some of you guys need to do more grounding energy or grounding work, or allow yourself to be around in that energy so that you can not be so fearful to allow some of these things to come forward. So, yeah, so Virgo, you need to allow yourself step out, test things. I always have like a friend that says, "Am I doing it right?" It's not really about doing it right. Like, what if you allowed yourself to kind of play with the options that you have in front of you? What if you like allowed yourself to kind of lean into that? So you need to allow space to kind of do that. All right, we're gonna go Libra, Libra gangs. So let's do Libra, or someone says Libs, 32, 32. Okay. What are Libras? We're almost three quarters through. Yes. Okay. All right. What do Libras need to tap in for the month of February? And such guys, what do you want Libras to really set in terms of love and career, or just anything that comes out, messages, Libras, clear, accurate messages. All right, Libras. So you need to feed your creativity. Also, again, root chakra. You need to allow yourself to be imaginative. So be delusional and whatever that you're thinking about, like just allow yourself to put on paper, allow yourself to just go off on your creativity. Like what are some of the wildest things that you, within reason, um that you want to do, that you feel called to do? Maybe it's around your business, like what is it creative wise that you can express yourself? It could be personally too. You need to feed it, feed your creativity. You may be feeling like things are mundane, and because of that, like you feel stuck. So, right. Ancestor spirit guides. What do Libras need to do? What is it in their creativity that they need to feed? What is it in their creativity that they need to feed? Why? Yeah, like some of y'all are being obsessive about, I can't show this fully, being obsessive about like your job, or it could be a partnership, like you're holding on to those things. And by you not allowing your creativity to pop through, like your spirits and ancestors are trying to show you, like, there's more than just whatever's here, the obsession around it. What else? I just want to find out, what do they need to do? What is it that Libra needs to do? Could also be that, like, some of you guys feel like by holding on, like, it creates stability. Um, yeah, I keep seeing the moon card. Some of it's like you're stuck in this obsession of staying in the job or work because you need to do some shadow work, like around your feelings. And sometimes, like, the creativity takes us out of the cycle of being worried about, like, what's happening or what will happen. Like when you're anxious, it's like bringing in the energy of what may potentially happen, and it's not even happening, and then you're already blocking yourself. So Libra is like, you need to remind yourself, yeah, like, you have abundance, you have Ace of Pentacles, there's money and opportunities coming through. And by you letting go of some of this stuff, money will come through. Also, potentially partnership as well. But you need to allow your creativity, seed those creativity pieces, sow those oats, sow those things. May happen as well, come through. Yeah. You got decisions you need to make. So it's decisions about work, job, may not suiting you anymore, your gifts. So you need to let those go. Right. Do Scorpios next. Okay, ancestor spirit guides. What do Scorpios need to lean into in terms of energy? What do Scorpios need to lean in terms of energy for February, the month ahead? What do Scorpios need to do? What do Scorpios need to do? Tourmalated quartz. You need to get out of your own way. Scorpios, you guys got everything that you need in front of you. It's your head, your crown chakra that you're allowing to block you. If you got a business, you need to get on your business, start putting some steps into place. Um, I always tell folks, like, if you feel like you're ADHD and you get overwhelmed, like myself, identify 3 things each week that you can work on and allow yourself to work through those 3 ideas. Don't overwhelm yourself. Okay, let's find out, ancestor spirit guides. This broke the deck. So 7 of Swords. Some of y'all, you need to quit, like, looking back. Could be at an old job or just like things about your business not going the way that you want it. Like, you be in the Swords energy in your head. You're like looking back and being like trying to carry the stuff forward. Maybe it didn't work in the past. Yeah, some of you guys are overworking. Like, you're not working the ideas that you have in a way that you need to. So some of it is you need to manage your energy better or put intentions behind the offerings that you're doing. What is it that Scorpios need to get out of their way? Ancestor spirit guides, what does Scorpios need to do to get out of their way? What does Scorpios need to do to get out of their way? Some of y'all need to take a leap. You need to start over, take a step, bet out on yourself. So whatever idea, like, if you need to reach out to people about your business to get attention, draw attention, put more content out. You need to take a step and put yourself out, let yourself be seen, go with that energy. You also need to rely on community, connect with community, collaborations, Scorpio. Quit being by yourself and allowing yourself to be worn out. Yeah. You have incoming communication, could be about your business or offering if you allow these things to come forward. Some of y'all need to quit allowing yourself to hide, need to put yourself out there, need to allow folks to see your work and to move forward with that. So let's get going, Scorpios. Come on, Scorps. Let's rock and roll it. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle these decks real quick. Okay, we're gonna go on. So Sagittarius, or as one of my friends call him, Sagittarius. Y'all tend to overwork. Sagittarius is overwork, deplete yourself. Okay. All right. What does Sagittarius need to do for the month of February? Ancestor spirit guides. What does Sagittarius need to do for the month of February? Ancestor spirit guides, clear, accurate messages. What do they need to be doing for the month of February? I shuffle a little bit. I don't like this. What does Sagittarius need to be doing? Card keeps wanting to come out. Y'all need to stay positive. So I don't know if it's like job or whatever, like you may be feeling like things ain't moving quick enough, but you need to stay in the positive energy. And one of the things I tell folks, if you complain a lot or you talk very negative, that's how you block your business and that's how you block the energy behind the things that you're trying to be doing. I had a friend, every single thing like that with their business or their thing that they would be talking about, they would just complain all the time. Could be about people, could be about the job, it could be about, all the stuff. And because of that, like their money flow got blocked. So, Sagittarius, you need to stay positive. You need to switch the language of what you're doing. I always say words are spells. So, how you talk about stuff, the energy that's going to come back to you. And I also say, if you're in a job that doesn't allow you to stay positive, you may need to transition out of it because that also can affect your business or your relationship. Also, you want to be mindful the people around you, if they're not also positive, like that can also have an impact on your energy as well. Let's find out, Sagittarius, what do you need to do to stay positive? Okay, got one more sign after this. Some of you, I feel like there's going to be some things that are going to happen with your business, but you just need to keep like flowing with it. Like you have judgment, like things are going to flip around in your business. You're going to have some success, but you need to keep going. You need to push the energy. Okay. What is Sagittarius? What do they need to stay positive about? Ancestor spirit guides. What does Sagittarius need to stay positive about? What does Sagittarius need to stay positive about? Really need to stay positive about spirit, ancestor spirit guides. Yeah, it's about your money. It's about your business. Like y'all have Queen of Pentacles here. You have money abundance. Some of you, it could be your job that you just don't like, but it's like you need to work your pentacles. You need to put your seeds, your opportunities. You need to work your connections. Yeah, some of you need to travel to switch up your energy because I feel like that also is the potential reason why. You also have the Empress here. Some of you need to get more into a creative practice, like ritual practice. Sometimes, like that messes up your energy. I think you all need to make some decisions to either stick with what you're doing or not. One of my ancestors, like, are you gonna make a decision or not? Like, are you gonna stay in this work or not? Right. But with the Pentacles, like, you have money, you have that grounding, you have those seeds, but you need to allow for that energy to come through. So you need to flip your energy about how you look about money and how you look about opportunities. And you need to maybe think about, when I see this as a travel card, that you also need to like maybe travel, but you also need to do some collaborations with people that may not necessarily be in your area, and allow some of those off opportunities or offerings to extend. So you need to like really tap into community. So yes, Sag, switch the energy up, fam. It's y'all need to do it. Switch it around. I forgot to put Scorpios timing down. Okay, I'm gonna put Sag. Actually, I'll put Cap next. All right. All righty. Okay, Capricorn. What does Capricorn seem to do for the month of February? Ancestor spirit guys, what do Capricorns need to do in terms of their energy? What do they need to do in terms of their energy? Ancestor spirit guides, what do they need to do in relationship to their energy? Clear, accurate messages. Excuse me. What do they need to do? What do Capricorns need to be doing? Capricorns, some of you, I wasn't going to pull both, but I'm going to go with it. Some of you need to build some forgiveness. I don't know if it's someone who's wronged you or it's something that you have done that you feel bad about or you wish that you could do over again. But Capricorns, you need to find forgiveness. And it's really around, um, you have quartz here, says crown chakra. You may be in your head because of something that you did, or something that's happened to you. But I kind of feel like it's something that you've done with yourself and maybe you feel like you've messed up. You need to practice patience. So, like healing or doing things don't happen overnight. It sometimes needs to, it takes time to heal, to do things differently. Because I also see like live in the now. So, like you may have made mistakes. But what you need to do is like learn from those mistakes and move forward with it, honor it, acknowledge it, thinking about what are the things that you need to do differently to take action towards those things. So yeah, Capricorn, yeah, you all need to work in the energy of quit being in your head. Let's see. What do Capricorns need to forgive within themselves? What do they need to forgive within themselves? Ancestor spirit guides. What do Capricorns need to? Yeah, it's like maybe some things in past like happen. Like when you're able to do these things, you have the Nine of Cups coming in. You're gonna feel satisfied with the work that you're doing, the business that you're delving in. Could be your creative work, spiritual work, but you need to allow yourself to accept, and why do you keep holding on to it? Could be that you feel like maybe your business or a partnership didn't go like you wanted it to. Yeah, and like you're losing sleep over it. Kind of feel like some of it is love related. Like you made a mistake and you're being hard on yourself, losing sleep over it. Losing sleep over it's not going to help the energy. So you need to like do some shadow work, maybe write a journal entry about like how you can be you can learn from these experiences. What did you do, what happened, and how you can be better for it. Hi Stuart, I just finished, I'm almost done with readings. I did Scorps. But yeah, Capricorn, like y'all need to quit being in your head. And you got the high priestess, like that what you've done in the past hasn't been for um the best due diligence. And yeah, some of you it could be like intuitive stuff like you need to be working in. You made a mistake in terms of like going out on your own business. But I feel like a lot of you all are in this like past energy of like reminiscing of relationship or how you wish things had been, or that relationship to that person. But staying in that energy is not going to help. So yes, Capricorns, do that shadow work, get on your healing path. So that concludes my reading for this evening. I'll be back on, I think, on Sunday. But in the interim, if you would like to book a reading with me, I have a link in my bio. I think I'll do something for Love Week because we have Valentine's Day coming up. So I may do some mini read deals for you guys. And you can choose if you want it to be around career or love oriented. And then we can kind of go from there. But I hope you all have a great evening and look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Bye, y'all.